Welcome to Innovation Dialogue. I'm Diana Ding.
My voice.
My story.
My dream.
Innovation Dialogue.
We are encouraged by their story. Welcome to our show, and today we're with Garrett Wang, Hollywood TV star. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, Gary, you were on Star Trek and played Harry Kim, so everybody knows you from there.
Yes, Star Trek Voyager.
That's 21 years ago.
That's when it began, January of 1995. The show ran from 1995 to 2001.
But how come you never change?
Probably because I don't have children. Never been married, I don't know.
Oh, never been married. Yeah. So why is that?
It's just, it is what it is how we say it. I don't know why. I don't know.
But it seems you really enjoy your life, right?
Yeah, for now, yes.
Yes, very good. So actually your Chinese name is Wang Yizhan.
Yes, that's correct.
So what does that mean?
Well, it's interesting because my name, as well as all my uncles, were given by my grandfather. My grandfather named everybody, and what's interesting is that everybody became what their name means. So my uncle, whose name means hero, he became the youngest general in the Taiwanese military history. And then I have another uncle whose name means big boss, and he became the Taiwanese businessman of the year for 3 or 4 years in a row.
So what is his name in Chinese?
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. So look at your name.
My
Actually,
name, yes.
You can write the Chinese of your name.
I can write the Chinese of my name, and my name in Chinese is translated as to be watched or to be admired by people.
That's very interesting. On the left side is the eyes.
The eyes, yes.
On the right side is like a curtain.
Yeah, a curtain
open
of a stage, on stage. Opening up.
And then the one is there speak.
Yes, to speak.
That's so interesting, amazing. So what about your family? When you become a star in Hollywood, is that what you expect their expectation?
No. I was going to go to med school, so I was going to be a doctor, and then I changed my mind and I told my mom, I said, I'm not going to go to medical school. She says, oh, so you're going to go to law school? I said, no. Oh, business school. I go, no, not business school.
Typical Chinese family.
Yes, typical Chinese. And then she said, so what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to go into acting. She dropped the phone, okay? She picked the phone back up. She said, okay, you name one Chinese man who's made it in Hollywood. And I said, Bruce Lee, Li Xiaolong.
Yeah.
And she said, he's dead, pick another, like that. So, so I had nobody else.
So were you, now you can say Wang Yizhan.
I can say Wang Yizhan, but there was no Wang Yizhan then because, you know, I wasn't successful yet.
So how old were you at that time?
When I got on the show, 24. So,
24. Yeah. So when you told your mom about this, and
I was 22.
21. But very few people can really achieve their goal, especially in Hollywood. And very few Chinese face there.
Very few. I think the reason why you don't see that many Chinese male faces or Asian male faces is because the United States of America has been involved in 3 wars over the years. So if you're talking about World War II, they fought against Japan. Vietnam War against the Vietnamese, Korean War against the Korean. So there's 3 generations of Americans fighting against Asia. The Asian male is the enemy, but the U.S. Army, the troops, when they're overseas, the women are not the enemy. So that's why that's why there's Connie Chung. That's why there's Lucy Liu. All these people, because the Chinese or Asian women are accepted, Asian men are not accepted.
That can be I would say that's a discrimination.
It is a bit of a discrimination.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
And in the 1990s, I was the only male Asian on a television show. Nobody else. Now you see more people. You see more Asians.
Yeah. So when you first chosen to that show and the name Harry Kim. And Harry Kim is it's not a Chinese name, right?
It's not. It's Korean. But the funny story behind that is I actually was in the office once talking to the producers, and I said, you guys should have a Chinese character in Star Trek. And they said, we already have a Chinese character.
That's you.
I said, who? Yeah. And they said, you. Kim is Chinese. I said, no, Kim is Korean.
Yes. Yeah, in Chinese that would be called Jing instead
Yeah,
of
Jing
Kim.
instead of
Yes,
Kim.
yeah,
That's right.
that's right. So, but actually, that made you really famous. What was the
Yeah.
challenge when you were the first Chinese male character there?
A lot of pressure, right? I mean, knowing that that all these people are going to be watching me. A lot of Asians, a lot of Chinese, a lot of Japanese. Anybody Asian was watching, going,
Yeah.
"Oh, I hope he does a good job. I hope he
Yeah.
represents us well." Right?
Do you really care about the criticize and other things?
I do. I mean, I do listen to that, but I more care. I care more about presenting a positive image, to make sure that I come off as a character that people look up to. And also, when I got on the show, I told them, I said, I want my character to be Starfleet first, and then Asian second. So don't put me in the cafeteria on the starship ordering a bowl of noodles or fried rice. Just make him a regular crew member first, right? Because in this country, there is a lot of prejudice and a lot of racist behavior. When I grew up, I lived in Memphis, Tennessee for a long time. And in Memphis, it was a daily abuse of people calling me names, Chinese names, racial epithet names, because of this face. So I always felt like if I can play a character on TV that speaks perfect English, doesn't have an accent, is a positive role model, then maybe young Chinese or young Asian kids will not get picked on, right?
Yeah, you made it.
And I did
actually.
help that a lot.
Yeah,
I think
really
so.
did help a lot, and people really like you.
Yeah, they do.
Yes. So what about your parents when they watch the show, watch you on TV? What did they say?
Well, I fought my parents for so long about my choice of becoming an actor, but once I got on Star Trek, then they became like any other Chinese parent. So proud, got to talk to everyone, And I always say, if you're sitting on an airplane next to my father will sit down and ask you, say, go ahead, ask me if I have children. And you're like, oh, do you have children? Yes. Now ask me what my son does. Like that. What does your son do? Then he opens up his briefcase. He goes, okay, here's his action figure. All right, his trading cards like this. This is pictures of him from the episode. He has everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
The funniest story was my mom called me and she says, your dad he's crazy. I go, why is he crazy? He's recording the Star Trek Voyager, the TV show. He's recording your TV show on 3 different VCRs. I go, why would he do that?
Yeah.
Because if VCR number 1 and number 2 break down, there's a
He has
third
number
one.
3.
Number 3 is available. I said, come
Well,
on, Dad.
that also shows how deep their love
Of
for
course.
you. Yes, that's really the typical Chinese parents, right?
Yes.
But compared with your parents, you take that so easily. You don't really take that so seriously, right?
Not so seriously.
Yeah, I can tell that. Where you come to the show and you just get off the airplane. You came here and you were just like it's my neighbor or someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I always try to make other people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't try to act like I'm better than anybody else. So, and that's because my parents, they raised me well. I think they were good parents, and they taught me
But you
what's
never,
good and what's bad.
Well, but in Hollywood, there were so many, I would say maybe the money and the attractions, but that didn't change you.
No, I mean, you just have to remember to stay humble, and I just think that's better than being, stuck up. And there's a lot of attitude, a lot of bad attitude in Hollywood. And I come in contact with that myself. There's times that I see an actor and I go up to say hello to them. Oh, I enjoy your work. And they're like, blow smoke in my face. This has happened before.
Oh, really?
I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I just complimented you, and you're going to blow smoke in my face.
Yeah.
Okay. So, unfortunately, Hollywood, because of the power, the fame, the money, there is a lot of bad attitudes that happen because of this, right? So no one starts out being a jerk, but it happens after time.
Yeah, Star Trek was your peak of your career, right?
Yeah, I mean, my most notable, I don't want to call it my peak because I don't think my career is over. I took a break, I took an extended break, and I still feel that I have a lot in me to continue as an actor.
What is in you? Like what?
Well, I would love to do comedy because that's something that for some reason Hollywood always thinks if you're going to be funny, you have to be funny looking or overweight or this or that. But
Funny characteristic.
yeah,
Yes.
but I think that if you're funny, you're funny. It doesn't matter if you're funny looking or funny characteristics, right?
So you call yourself funny, right?
I think I love to make people laugh. That's my favorite thing.
You are, yeah. I think you are funny. So what's your plan for the next few years?
Again, hopefully to get on a comedy, either develop my own comedy or to get on a comedy as a series regular.
Actually, you were born in California, and this time you came back for the Cupertino Library sponsored event.
Yes,
here.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about Silicon Valley? This changed compared with before?
It's grown a lot, that's for sure. You know, I like coming up here. The last time I was up here was to record my voiceover for the Star Trek Online game, and so I did that, and that was a lot of fun. And now that was probably like about a little less than a year ago, so I'm back here again now. So.
And also, I'm curious. You know, a man like you was really, handsome and successful career. Well, how come you are still single?
Well, I am dating somebody right now, so I'm not single, but it's just I don't know. I guess the Chinese would say 缘分, right? Like fate has it. That's just the way it is. Yeah.
That's really the 缘分. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, your grandparents are from Zhejiang and Fujian.
Yeah.
Your parents are from Guangdong and Jiangxi.
Yes.
But have you ever been to those places?
I have been to Guangdong province, obviously, to Hong Kong and to Macau, and, which is not really Guangdong. It's Macau separate, right? Completely separate. But I have not been to Zhejiang or Jiangxi or Fujian or any of those places yet.
So what does China mean to you?
China means the birthplace of the Chinese people. How's that for an answer? China is the birthplace of the Chinese people.
The reason I'm asking is
Yeah.
I believe that many of the Chinese people, they also watched you and they really like you.
Oh,
and so they
I hope so. Yeah.
Why you hope so?
I
Why you say
don't
so?
know. Because I'm Huaqiao 中国人. I'm American-born Chinese. So American-born Chinese, it means I'm louder than most other Chinese. I speak differently than other Chinese, So because there are Chinese everywhere, right? There are English Chinese, German Chinese, Italian Chinese. There's Chinese everywhere, but Americans are known as being the loudest of all the tourists.
Not
they speak.
really.
You don't
Not
think so?
really. I don't
Really?
think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Guangdong people are louder. I tell you. Yeah.
Okay, I might.
Yeah.
You might be right. You might be right,
Yeah.
Diana.
Yeah.
I believe you on that one. Okay.
Well, that's interesting. So actually, you after Star Trek, you also worked with Steven Spielberg.
Yes, Steven
that-
Spielberg executive produced a miniseries called Into the West, and it was a 6-part miniseries about the founding of, mostly about the Native American experience, the Indians that lived in this country. But episode 4 was about the building of the railroad, and most people know that the railroad here in America and also Canada was built by the Chinese.
By Chinese, yes.
Well, at least in America, the Chinese started building from California towards the East Coast, and from New York towards California was the Irish. So they met in the middle. And what a lot of people don't know is when they took the picture, when they met in the middle, they told all the Chinese workers to get out of the picture. They said, get out of the picture, only the Irish are allowed. Which is horrible because the Chinese did so much work. They lost a lot of lives. People died because they have to put dynamite in the mountains to blow up the mountains. So, and they were told to get out of the photo. And they also told them after they were done, they said, okay, now you're on your own. You walk back.
Oh.
You walk, but we don't even take you back. Unbelievable. So,
That's really
horrible, but very bad treatment, of Chinese.
So that's a movie about?
Well, it's about the building of the railroad, So I played the main Chinese railroad worker. The character's name was Chao. They said Chao Ping. I don't know how.
Chao Ping.
Yeah, that's the name of it. So
Okay.
I have no idea if that was written by a Chinese person or not. Probably not.
Well, but the story is true. Yeah, it's a true story.
Yeah, it's a true story. Yeah.
Wow, wonderful. So actually our show is called Innovation Dialogue. So this is a question we asked for anyone, everybody,
really?
everybody
What is it?
on the show. So what is innovation by your definition in one sentence or two?
Innovation?
Yes.
Star Trek.
Yes.
Star Trek is innovation.
Star Trek is really
Yes, it
innovation,
really
yes.
is. I mean, look at how many, the very first phones that flipped open, right? This are like the communicator from Star Trek.
Yeah,
so-
in Star Trek, you were born in which year? 2000 something. In Star Trek, you were born in the future.
Oh,
actually.
that's right. I was born in the
Yeah, you
future.
were born in the
That's right.
future.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's quite an innovation.
Yes, that
that's
is
why you
innovation.
still keep young.
That's why I keep young. I'm still a baby. I'm not born yet. That's why.
Yeah, you're not born yet. That's really funny. Okay, so actually, I know that you can speak some Chinese, right?
I can, but I'm so nervous about this part. You're like, you told me that you want to do a small.
对，我们试试中文怎么样？
好啦，好啦，
你
我很紧张啊，现在。
你讲的很标准啊。你讲的，所以在家里会跟父母说中文吗？
小的时候，父母亲讲中文，对不对？但是我小的时候跟他们说，嘿，不要讲中文，讲英文，讲英文，我不要人看到我们讲中文，so I try not to speak.
那你后来是怎么学的？怎么记住这些中文的？
就是在大学也学一点中文 classes, yeah.
But when you were young, you don't want people to hear you speak Mandarin, Chinese,
Well,
but later on, actually, you speak Chinese, right? Still
Yeah,
speak Chinese.
yeah.
But what made you change your mind?
I just want to say something funny. If I was being a bad boy and we're in the mall or the grocery store, then my mother would speak English then. She would say, "You're a very bad boy." I go, "Mom, please speak Chinese. I don't want anyone to understand that you're telling me I'm a bad boy. Speak Chinese." She goes, "No, I will speak English so everyone here knows what a bad boy you are." Like that. So
Sounds like your mom is also have the
my mom
talent
is-
of the acting.
My
right?
mother, actually, she was picked to be she was the #1 pick to go to the Taiwan School of Drama. But my grandfather, 公公说不可以.
That's where your gene come from.
Yeah, it comes from my mom, all from
Yeah.
my mom.
So what did she do?
Well, she didn't do acting, so I said, "Mom, you should have went to the drama school. You shouldn't have listened to Gong Gong. You should have just went." She goes, "Yeah, but if I went to the drama school, I would never meet your father, and I would be married to Jackie Chan right now."
That's even worse. I would say he's not a good husband. That's how I feel. But he's a good actor,
But we do know, yes. He has his fun, right, Jackie?
Yeah, he's fun. He's great, and I like all his movies.
Yes.
Yes.
So funny.
That's so funny. Yeah, so it's good, Your parents allow you to do
Yeah.
what you really like to do.
Yeah. And then my mother I got my genes or the way I am from my mother, right? And my mother got all of her performing and her how she is from her father, from my grandfather, who was like I said, I told you, he was the general manager of a very famous hotel in Hong Kong. So he had to be greeting people and being, like an actor in a way too. So.
So actually, I think that's how Chinese culture has influenced you and your life.
Yeah.
So you're talking about become a comedy actor, or maybe
Yeah.
you can give speed like the funny talk on
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
Is that what you want?
Yes, I love
so
that.
what topic would you like to talk?
Oh, doesn't matter. Anything.
matter,
It could be
anything.
Star Trek. It could be my mom, when I was a kid, dealing with a kid, being a Chinese American kid in Memphis, Tennessee. It could be anything.
Yeah. So when are you going to start? I would really love to watch.
You're going to watch that?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. I'll send you an email.
Yeah.
Okay?
Send me email, and I'm going to let all the Chinese American know, and they will really love to watch that.
That would be
yes.
wonderful. Yeah. I just think comedy is the best because laughter is the cheapest medicine, right? If someone laughs, their whole body feels better. If you feel sick, you laugh, you feel better instantly. So.
Is there anything that make you feel sad and feel down recently, or like what?
Sad and probably just watching
You couldn't even remember.
I know. I'm not.
You couldn't even remember.
Because watching the presidential debates makes me feel upset and sad and down. I mean, it's just,
that's
oh
really,
my gosh.
Yeah, so talking about that, who are you going to vote for?
I cannot vote for Trump, I'll say that. Did you know that Trump in England means fart? Did you know that?
Oh,
Trump, the word Trump
yes.
means fangpi in England. So if he gets elected, all the British people will say, oh, there he is, President Fart. Donald Fart.
Oh my
Well,
God.
means to fart, yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and definitely I won't vote for him. Same
too
thing.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, how come? Do you think that there's some reason and you can guess?
I don't know.
Well, it's okay.
Yeah,
That's too.
yeah, that's another topic.
Yeah, that's another topic. Very good, and thank you so much for coming to our show. And
Thank you.
yeah, okay. So last, I would like you to say something for our audience as a greeting.
Okay.
The audience of Ding Ding TV.
Okay.
Start.
Okay. Hi, this is Garrett Wang. I played Ensign Harry Kim on Star Trek Voyager, and you are watching Ding Ding TV.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good.
Okay. Hey. Climate changes in that direction.
What we see in the technology. Tapi especially look at the model for decide based on who is presenting about this.
What's coming to your
It has all the features that you
Together we create.